Hi, this is Dave. Gwen and I are planning on going hiking over at the Adventure Hiking Trail in Indiana in the Hoosier National Forest. We're planning on going tomorrow, which is Saturday. And I wanted to review with you some of the changes that I've made to the gear load that I'm going to be taking into that environment. Last time we hiked about 8.5 miles and then we set up overnight. We hammock camped. Turns out Gwen is not comfortable hammock camping, so that caused some of the changes. So the first one is this hammock right here, and I made this. So it has 4 points of contact. I'm only going to take one of them. It is going to be a backup system and just for comfort and seating. It weighs about half of what the store-bought hammock weighs. Next, in replacement of our hammocks, we have a Snug Pack 2-person tent. This actually weighs more than the hammocks, however less than the hammocks and the tarps together. So this weighs about 5 3/4 pounds. And I've got a piece of plastic for a ground cover to protect it because it's raining today. When we actually set up, the rain should have stopped for about 20 hours. There's my canteen cup, same as before. I have a pad, and this is just a 5-ounce pad. It simply unrolls. So next to that is a Thermarest. This is a 1-inch pad. It weighs about 14 ounces. The other air pad that I took, surprising to me, was 4 1/2 pounds, and that was a 3-ounce or a 3-inch thick pad. So reduced the thickness and dropped the weight tremendously. Next is my rain suit. It's a jacket and pants. My backup clothing, shirt and wool socks. My 40-degree Ozark Trail sleeping bag. For the kitchen setup, I've got my fork, knife, spoon. I've got a towel, some expandable cloths, bar of soap, scratch pad, cook pot. I'm replacing my water filter with a very lightweight Sawyer. Still have the coffee pot, my stove and fire starters, Lucy light, 2 flashlights, 3 batteries. Each flashlight takes 1 battery, good for about 2.5 hours, so I've got a spare battery. Taking a folding saw, and I've replaced the entrenching tool with a very small spade. I am replacing the machete with a small pocket knife. And this is the backpack. So items that I'm not carrying is my 2-pound, 3-ounce, 18 by 16 homemade tarp. My wool blanket, that weighs almost 3 pounds. My thermal barrier, which weighs about 6 ounces. Store-bought hammock. That weighs 1.25 pounds. My tent stakes, a couple of ounces on that. My bug out bag, I don't need it. The machete, which weighs 1.5 pounds. The MSR water filter weighs 1.25 pounds. And the E-tool, which weighs 2.5 pounds. So I'm taking better than 10 pounds off my pack. The other change that I'm making, I'm going to be wearing my boots as opposed to tennis shoes. It's going to be wet. There are a plethora of ticks, and so I'm going to be tucking my pants in, treating both my pants, socks, and boots with insect repellent. It's also going to be a wet trail, so I'm going with the boots. They add 2.5 pounds to my person, but for the safety of my feet and my ankles, because I want to enjoy the rest of summer, I'm switching over to boots. Gwen's going to be carrying her new pack. She'll carry her 40-degree sleeping bag. It's an Ozark Trail. She has a sleeping mat, and same as me, she has the Thermarest 1-inch pad, inflate. She has her canteen cup and her fork, knife, spoon in it. That red bag has her rain jacket and rain pants in it. She's going to be carrying the medical bag because she has more room than I do now. She's going to have her towel and soap in this little bag here that's gray and orange. A couple of tie-out ropes. And as a backup and for comfort, we're going to take her tarp, which we also made. It is 16 by 16 and weighs 2 pounds. So to support that, she's going to be taking tent pegs, about 12 of those. What we are removing from her pack: 6 clips, some pieces of 550 cord, additional tent pegs, the thermal barrier, the store-bought hammock, and the wool blanket. And what we're removing from her pack is about 5 pounds.